Let's talk about your transportation option when you go to the Philippines for vacation after spending so many years in the United States. So maybe one of the first questions that you will ask is, can I use my US driver's license when I drive in the Philippines? Well, the better question is, should you drive in the Philippines? And I have a confession to make. Nung uuwi kami sa Pilipinas, I've been thinking about driving along EDSA. So the last time that I really drove like regularly was 2015 and earlier. And what I remember is that from Quezon City, from SM North going to the Ortigas area, that's about 10 kilometers, it would take me about an hour and a half or up to 2 hours just to get through to my destination. It may be a little bit worse now because maybe there's more people, there's more cars. But to answer your question, yes, you can use your US driver's license for up to 90 days. If you drive in EDSA, you will encounter all sorts. There will be motorcycles, just alam mo yun, lumilipad dyan sa tabi mo. Marami ding mga trucks, mga buses, and all that. And there have been a lot of changes. When we were there between June and July of 2023, there's like a carousel in the middle of EDSA where only the buses can pass through kasi may barrier doon, so hindi ka pwedeng magpunta doon sa innermost lane ng EDSA. And so, you also need to keep track of the new roads. Meron ng Skyway going to NAIA, to the international airport, and this Skyway is also now connecting SLEX, the South Luzon Expressway, and North Luzon Expressways, and you can actually save a lot of time if you use the Skyway. And, you know, if you've not been there in a while, ang dami na rin nating mga expressways sa Pilipinas. You have TP-LEX, Tarlac, Pangasinan, La Union Expressway, so that we also have the SCTEX, I forgot what SCTEX means, but anyway, SCTEX, TP-LEX, and there's a lot of roads as well that have been improved. Pero marami pa ring traffic, especially if you decide to pass through the provincial roads. By the way, my name is Mighty. If it's your first time here in this channel, and welcome to Clueless in the US, my goal is to help you move, survive, and thrive in the United States. And if you have any questions at all about life in the US as a Filipino American, then put it in the comments below and I will answer in the comments or in an upcoming video. Speaking of driving skills, when you really want to drive in the Philippines is to remember, drive at your own risk, cross at your own risk. I've experienced times when at the highway, this is I think in Pulilan or Plaridel, Bulacan, going to Cabanatuan, it's like it's a gridlock. Like it's an intersection and everybody is just in the middle of the street and you just need to find a way to get to cross to the other side of the road. And the other options, and of course, if you're going to other islands, planes, Cebu Pacific, which has suffered some setbacks when it comes to its reputation. There's Air Asia, and of course, there's Philippine Airlines. Buses, of course, if you want to go to Northern Luzon for about 6 hours or so. May mga buses then that will go to Visayas and go to Mindanao, but I probably don't recommend those because you will spend a day or two inside the bus. And if you can afford it, get a plane. For the buses specifically from Metro Manila going to Northern Luzon, kasi taga Northern Luzon ako, I'm Manilocano. Don't forget to enjoy those stopovers. One of the things that I really miss is yung grilled hot dog, tapos may cut pa, no? In a stick. Chicharon, yung mga stopovers, yung lugaw, yung goto. Specifically yung CCQ dyan sa Nueva Vizcaya. Man, I miss that place and I miss the food in those places. And keep in mind, if you take a bus, expect the travel time to be 1.5 or 2 times longer than if you took a car to go to that place. Like, for example, my family and I, when we went from Quezon City to Pangasinan, if we drove, it could have taken us 4 hours. to go there. But because we took a bus, it took us about 7 hours to get to our destination. Tagal. So if you don't want to take the bus and you want to arrive earlier and you don't have your own ride, then the other option is to take a van for rent. We rented a van to take us from Pangasinan to Isabela, which is from the western side of Luzon, now going to the eastern side of Luzon. It cost us about 12,000 pesos to do that. So you save some time, but you spend a little bit more compared to taking the bus. Look on Facebook, look on social media, and ask your friends about it. I'm sure makakahanap kayo in no time. And of course, when you are in the Philippines and you are in the Metro Manila area, you can use the trains. Merong MRT3, LRT1, LRT2, and PNR. And you can go to different places in the metro when you do that. But be prepared to really be with a lot of people. Dati, nung nagtatrabaho pa ako from Quezon City going to Makati, man, ang hirap because just to get from the street level to go to the train station, 3 levels up, it would take at least 30 to 50 minutes, minsan isang oras, especially during rush hour. So be prepared to do that if you want to use the trains. Of course, meron ding mga jeepneys, although the government has been phasing out the traditional jeepneys. They have been slowly replaced by electric jeepneys. Kaya lang, yung mga dating ruta ng mga jeepney, I was not very familiar. So it takes getting used to. Ask your friends, check online and check on Facebook kung ano yung mga ruta ng mga electric jeepneys. And so, the other way to travel around the metro is to use taxis. Of course, minsan yung traditional taxis, na minsan nanghihingi pa. I have not used a lot of taxi when I was in the Philippines in 2023. Instead, I just downloaded the app called Grab, which is just like Uber and Lyft in the Philippines. Yung Uber kasi nag-exit sa Philippines like several years ago. Lyft hindi rin nagpunta doon. So, instead of Uber or Lyft, you have Grab. So, just download that app and use it wherever you want to go. If you're feeling adventurous, and I've tried this several times, travel Metro Manila using a motorcycle. You will ride behind somebody who is driving the motorcycle and they will zoom through traffic, weave in and out between vehicles and drop you off where you need to be. Medyo nakakatakot to, if you're not sure how to do it. And so kakapit ka talaga dun sa upuan mo dun sa motorsiklo. But here's the tip. Don't hug your driver. That's gonna be awkward. Instead, kumapit dun sa likod ng upuan, and then you will also discover that, you need to strengthen your core muscles when you do that. Ang mahirap lang din dito, if umulan, then of course you are gonna get wet. So if you want to try the motorcycles in the metro area, download Angkas or Joyride. Don't forget, for those last mile, last kilometer transportation needs, pwede kayo mag-tricycle or pedicab. And this is a nifty way, an easy way to get around town. So if you're just in your barangay going to the city or town, and then, syempre, papara ka lang ng tricycle and they will bring you where you need to go. Did I miss anything na pwede nating sakyan? Of course, may bisikleta, pero nakakapagod yun. At sobrang init sa Pilipinas. Super hot in the Philippines, just like in Texas, where I am right now. So if I missed any tip for transportation, leave them in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe.